notches in here, reason why. Hey everybody, I've got some time off of work. We're going to try to make some headway on the house build here. Right now what we're working on is the loft. We're trying to get the loft joists that Owen and I milled on the sawmill up there. I'll turn the camera around and show you what we got going on here. So I've put a lot of thought into how I'm going to do this. What I ended up with some damage in this log right here, which I knew about, which I put on top purposely because I was going to cut a flat in the top of all of these logs. Well, this is like 3 inches lower than those, which means I'd have to cut quite a bit out of those logs to get my flat. So what we're going to do is we just snap lines everywhere. I'm going to put a joist, and I'm going to come in here at the saw. I made a mark. I'm going to make a mark on each side of the log, and I'm going to cut down to it. So I'm going to cut little slots for the joist to sit in. Then anywhere where I have a wall, I'm going to snap a line from here to there, and then I'm going to just cut in a little bit, cut it square. That way I can close this off later on when we're finishing the house. I'm going to have a bathroom in there, and I obviously don't want it open to the living room. So I got to be able to do something. And if I do it now, if I plan for it now, it'll be a lot easier versus having to scribe a board to fit in there. So that's what we're working on today. Once we get all this done up here, then we're going to start building the walls down here to support this load, because these logs are pretty bouncy. And we got Owen over here hitting the beams, or hitting the joists with the sander, just lightly hitting them, knocking this fuzz off, getting it down to that, but still leaving the sawmill blade lines. I think that'll look cool, leaving a little bit. So we're not bringing it all the way smooth, we're just lightly touching it up, getting rid of the fuzz. Well, this is how it turned out. You can see we cut these notches in here. The reason why is when I put my 6x8 in here, it's gonna be sitting up this high, and there's gonna be a walk-in closet on the other side of this. So I'm gonna be able to put a 1x8 right here between this rafter or joist and that joist to finish it off. If I didn't cut these now, it would have been very hard to do it later. I would have had to hand scribe every log or every 1x8 to fill these gaps. So I wanted to give myself a flat spot to start with, and I was gonna cut a flat here all the way across, get rid of all this, but I just couldn't. Even though there's a wall underneath it supporting it, I didn't want to get rid of any more structural strength than I needed to. So right here is a bathroom, so we'll have on both sides, and we'll be able to run our electrical and plumbing and stuff down through here. Right in here, there's nothing. That's a hallway, so we left it round, so all you see is nice natural round log. And right here's the hallway also, so we left it all round. Up here is Miranda's pantry. We're gonna have joists that go out 4 feet, so we left that open. Probably not gonna cover it. There's no heat in the pantry, so that may let a little bit of heat in there. If it's too much, then I'll cover it later. So now that we're all done with that up there, we're going to get our back wall built here. There's going to be a lot of 2x in it. I got to build some. I'm going to have a purlin. I got to transfer that load all the way down, and then over here I'm going to have a ridge pole. That big ridge pole. I got to transfer that load all the way down into the concrete here. Under every one of my joists, there's going to be quite a few 2x8s. I think we're stacking 3 2x8s under every one of these joists. So there's going to be a lot of wood in that wall. And reason why I don't have the joists up there right now is because these are pretty bouncy, and I need to get these interior walls built to support the load. I don't want to get 1,000 pounds of joist up there and have it bowing before I build these walls. So gonna try to get all these walls built and then throw the joists up. Well, that's where the door from the shop to the house is going to be. When we framed this shop, I had thought I was going to have a crawl space, so I thought I was going to have a 1-foot step. So the header is a little higher, but that's okay. I built the blueprints for this garage and this house 3 years ago, and you can see right here everything matched up. That is going to be stacked up with 3 2x8s, and then on this side might be off just a hair, but it's stacked up for the purlin 4 2x8s all the way up. So everything is where it's supposed to be, and I don't have to move that door. That's awesome. Okay, boy.
Stop.
Somehow we gotta get it. So I can check this in. Pull your bottom out. Yeah, you should be able to go down. Retract. Do that. These spots here. So let's push. And then make sure to start up there. Hold that. I don't know if we can really do anymore. Nope. Good there? Good down. Okay, go out. Oh, come on. Well, we got the back wall done. Turned out pretty good. You can see this is where all the weight's coming down for the ridge pole. Then we got we'll have a reason why we put the 2x8 up there is all of our joists are gonna, or our floor joists, is those 6x8s are gonna slide over the top of these loft logs through the little notches that we cut right into or on top of that. So should work pretty good. It's a 6x8 turned on end. It should help spread the load out pretty good, but all the joists are gonna fall on top of a stacked up set of 2x8s. And like right there, we've got 4, that's my purlin. That'll be way up in the roof. It's gonna carry the load all the way down into that. So burning through some 2x6s on that wall, and everywhere on these walls, 2x8s. There's a lot of lumber in here. But it should be stout. Okay. That's perfect. Is that 2 inches? Hold on a second. Let me come out. That's out there. Go this way with it. After all, like it. Yep. Yeah, just like that. Are you on your mark over there?
Yeah.
On the bottom you are?
There?
No, on that mark I put over there. Well, we just spent some time running around town grabbing lumber. Last night we framed this wall here. That was fun. It had to be framed in there to fit because couldn't stand the wall up. I mean, it was just easier just to build it in place. We're gonna do the same thing over here today, get that wall done, and start building all the interior walls to support the load of the joists that we're gonna put up there. Don't know if we'll get that far tonight, but hoping to. I gotta go back to work tomorrow, so we're gonna start hammering this out. So you can see here, just to build a wall, you know, it takes a lot of time to get to the point where we can build this wall. We gotta cut, chisel, sand. A lot of the insulation gets pulled out, so we gotta repack insulation in there. We'd have to do that everywhere that we have a wall butting up to the logs. So Owen is working on the interior walls here. Every one of them. It is time consuming, but once this is all done, we'll be able to just start framing walls and should go a little bit faster. About the time we get it figured out is about the time we'll have it done. Well, we got a couple of the walls framed. Every one of these boards had to be cut to fit, whether the concrete was a little low or my cut up there was a little low or high or whatever. So that was a custom built wall, just like this one's gonna have to be. They're all gonna have to be custom built, which takes a lot longer than it needs to. But it's what we got to work with. We got the entryway more framed in here. Put some plywood on there. I got to go to work tomorrow, so won't be getting much done tomorrow, but when I get home tomorrow night, I plan on trying to get another 1 or 2 of these walls built in front here, because I need to get the joists up here. We got a birthday party in a couple days, and I got a lot of people coming over here, and we've got a mess in the yard, so hopefully we got those 6x8s up there tomorrow night. I'll probably throw them up there no matter what, but now that we got a little bit of support, so we'll get going on this again tomorrow night. Well, I had to work all day today. We just got done eating dinner. It's about 7:30, and Owen and I, we're gonna try to get this wall right here built under this log so that we have some support under it, and then we're going to hopefully get those 6x8 timbers up on top of there tonight. We're gonna get going on it. The flat that's cut in the bottom is not very true to the ground, so I'm gonna have to clean that up with the saw and hit it with the sander. And this wall, let me turn this around here. And this wall, because I didn't want to cut a lot of the tree out, I just started with a 7-inch flat there, and I kept the flat here, so the flat actually tapers down. So we're gonna have to measure every stud that goes in here, just like back there, but they're all gonna be tapering up as we work our way that way. So it's gonna be a little more screwing around, but tried to get her done tonight. Well, we got that wall built. Owen's getting got the laser set up, trying to get our marks up here. Try to do it at nighttime so we can see. That green light barely shows up with the sun shining out here. But trying to get a plumb line up there. But this is, go inside there, Miranda. That's where I'm gonna lock her when she's being bad. But no, that's her, huh?
I said, don't say that.
That is Miranda's pantry right there. That's what you call a man-sized pantry. I'm gonna have to build her like a rolling ladder like you see in a library. But one more wall done. Gonna take a run over to my son Jared's house, or Jared's property. They're cutting, or got an excavator over there and they're clearing. Just wants me to take a look at it with him before he clears too much. And then when we get back, try to hurry up and get these slung up there. Come on, get in. Oop, there you go, girl. Come on, boy. Oop. Okay, sit. No, Owen will just ride back there. Got his sewer all done. It's pretty good. I forgot to insulate and vapor barrier behind the exterior wall studs. So while I was at work, Owen pulled the studs off and took care of it for me. We hope you guys are enjoying this build. It has been a lot of work, and we will continue to try and get a video out each week while we are working on this project. But we need you guys to like and subscribe so we can meet our goal of 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We had planned on getting another night of work in this video, but the weather turned to solid rain in the interior of Alaska, so we decided to make a last-minute bonsai run down to Chitina where the weather was good, to go dip netting on the Copper River for our year's supply of red salmon. So keep an eye out for that video. We'll see you guys next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe.